You can run, but Dog will get you. Dog the Bounty Hunter, aka Duane Chapman, is a well-known reality star, bounty hunter, and former bail bondsman. Over the years, he has made some shocking arrests as highlighted in his shows, and he has exposed a number of criminals, from online imposters to scammers. Today, let's look at some of the people he has publicly called out. Hey everyone, what's up and what's going on? Welcome back to I.O. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today we are looking at the top 10 people that Dog the Bounty Hunter exposed. But before we begin, you know the drill, smash that like button, and let me know in the comments below if you're a fan of Dog, because I always used to watch his show up north at my uncle's cottage because it was the only channel that we got up there, but you know, with that being said, let's just dive on in with the video. Starting off this countdown, we have the online imposters. In 2019, Dog the Bounty Hunter was dealing with a ton of fake social media accounts claiming to be him. So he decided to start exposing the fake accounts one by one. In an Instagram post, he shared a photo of an account and captioned it, "Today's fake account is Dwayne Lee 66, another pathetic fake." He then gets his followers to help him report all these fake accounts to get them taken down. In a statement he said, and I quote, "There are so many of them. We have seen them on every platform pretty much. I did some searching last night and found multiple fake accounts for so many different well-known people." And he has done this for multiple fake accounts trying to impersonate people. He calls them all out and exposes them. In our ninth spot today we have Brian Laundrie. Just recently, Dog the Bounty Hunter has announced he is now joining the search to look for Brian Laundrie. The Gabby Petito case hits home for him as he lost his daughter in a car accident back in 2006. So he is determined to get justice for Gabby and bring Brian down. In fact, he went as far as to visit Brian's parents' house and to do some investigating of his own. And now he's claiming to have found the campsite where Brian and his parents stayed after Laundrie returned home without Gabby. Dog then went on to call Brian out, saying he's not an experienced criminal and he will be caught soon. He said, and I quote, "Brian is not an experienced criminal, but what's his greatest experience? Outdoorsman? That's what he does the best. I don't think he can shoplift, live on the run, live in cheap hotels. On a 1 to 10, he's probably a 6 compared to the outdoorsmen and some of the guys I've captured." He then went on to help police figure out where Brian would have likely ran off to. The hunt for Brian is certainly heating up, and I'm glad that we got Dog out there helping and trying to expose his whereabouts. In our 8th spot, we have the scammers. Of course, Dog will call out anyone that tries to scam him or his fans. Back in 2019, he posted a picture of a fake Colorado driver's license with his face and information on it. Apparently, someone was using this license to try and scam people out of money on Facebook. So he called the scammer out. His company posted the ID and said, "We found out a scammer on Facebook is using fake IDs for @DogBountyHunter. Dog will never contact you directly on Facebook, nor ask you for money, gift cards, or anything else. Please be careful, always look for the verified blue check mark." Honestly, I get those DMs all the time, like, "Hey, it's the real Adam Sandler. Thanks for being a fan. Send me money to help support my next movie." Yeah, okay, love you Adam, but not the scammer Adam. But Adam Sandler, if you're watching this, love you. In our 7th spot today, we have himself. Yeah, you heard me correctly. On a number of occasions, Dog has exposed himself. One of the latest ones being when he was caught dating his son's ex-girlfriend, Moon Angel, who was also Beth's assistant. His children were furious by their father's actions. Beth, his wife, recently passed away and they were upset to see him moving on so fast. Not only that, Moon was his son's ex-girlfriend. Rumors circulated for a while before Dog did come forward and admit he was dating Moon. He claims that he was mourning the loss of Beth and found comfort and happiness with Moon. He said, and I quote, "Moon has been a trustworthy and loyal friend to me for over 20 years. She has been with my family through many ups and downs." He then went on to say that there will never be another Beth and no one will ever replace her. Moon was there for him in his time of need and that's what sparked this new relationship. In an interview he said, "I know Almighty God hears my broken heart and didn't ask him for another Miss Chapman, but I asked him for a friend and he gave me Moon." Since then the two have split and Dog is now with Francie Frayne. In our 6th spot today we have his children. You heard me correctly. Dog the Bounty Hunter has even exposed his own family. This happened among the whole Moon Angel dating drama. In an interview, he said that he was really lonely after Beth's passing. He said there was no one left to help him. All his children were grown up and gone off doing their own thing. They weren't there for him in his time of need. He admitted that he prayed to God to take away his loneliness. But the drama doesn't stop there. When Dog exposed his kids, his daughter Lyssa Chapman tweeted a bunch of messages out. She said, "If someone who met your family by dating your brother tried to date your father after your stepmom died, what would you do? If you went to your mother's closet and saw she moved all her clothes and replaced them with her own, what would you do? Hashtag it's not when or why, it's who." And she even said, "When a person who has ill intentions that my mother specifically warned me about before her passing tries to enter, the war is on. The devil always goes for the weakest link. Not today, Satan." Yikes, Lyssa came for her. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with his enemies. With Dog being a bounty hunter and all, it's no surprise that he's got a couple of enemies and people that wish him harm. Apparently in 2012, Dog received a number of death threats, and of course, he didn't take them so lightly. Over the course of 4 days, someone sent Dog a series of dark emails. These emails talked about how the sender wanted to slaughter the Chapman family. The sender then went on to talk about all the gruesome things that the sender would do to Dog himself. When it comes to family, Dog does not mess around. In fact, the FBI opened an investigation into this, but they never released the names of any suspects or made any arrests. Still, that must have been pretty scary for Dog and his entire family. In our 4th spot today, we have the bar fight. In 2011, Dog was filming his show when he got in a shouting match with a bar owner in Colorado. So he stormed into the place looking for the bar owner's father. The man had jumped bail, so he was trying to track him down. But this just led to everyone getting riled up, and it ended badly for a number of people. In the end, one of Dog's team members punched a bar patron in the face, and then Dog showed the owner who's boss. He took him outside to fight, and the owner threw a plant at him, and then Dog pulled out his stun gun on him and so don't mess with Dog and his team. Lesson learned. Moving on to number 3, we have the Dr. Oz collab. I named it this because it's so random, In May of 2021, Dog and his fiancée made an appearance on the Dr. Oz show. The two were talking about the rise of crime alongside the COVID pandemic and talked about how you can stay safe among all of this. In particular, they looked at footage from an attack on a manager at Jack in the Box. The manager told a customer that he needed to leave the store unless he had a mask on. The customer leaves the store, then comes back in and stabs the manager while his back is towards him. He also went on to talk about another case with Dr. Oz. Basically, a couple was moving out and had rented a moving van, and then someone hijacked the van and made off with all of their belongings in it. Words of wisdom from Dog, everyone. Stay safe out there. In our 2nd spot, we have the case of Andrew Luster. Dog might be best known for his successful capture of Andrew Luster. Andrew Luster made his $1 million bail and then fled. He was charged with drugging and taking advantage of women. And Dog was determined to find Luster. When looking for him, he told Good Morning America, "We've been searching for him. We have ate, slept, and drank this person for 6 months." Well, after tracking Luster for days in Puerto Vallarta, Dog ended up capturing Luster outside of the Motel Los Angeles. It was a big success for him. But I should mention that according to Mexican law, bounty hunting is considered kidnapping and is illegal. So Dog was charged for this. Either way, he managed to expose Luster. And in our number 1 spot today, we have the robber.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother. Hi, aloha. Thank you very much for taking interest in this fugitive not fugitive, but this person will be caught very soon.
In September of 2019, Dog the Bounty Hunter's store in Edgewater was broken into. He then made a special statement outside of his store directed at the robber. He called out the robber and told him that he had 48 hours to turn himself in for the crime. He said, and I quote, "My message to the guy is, if you turn yourself in within the next 48 hours, I will not press charges. I will try to get you probation and a job."
And my message to the guy is, if you turn yourself in the next 48 hours, I will not press charges. And I will try to get you probation, a job, and any kind of addiction that you're off of. Because me and you got a special connection now. But if you don't, there'll be no mercy.
He continued on saying, "It's important for me to be here because it is our building. It was actually my wife's." And that's why Dog really wanted to nail this guy. The items that were stolen were personal belongings to his late wife Beth, along with thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. The one thing he really wanted back was Beth's iconic taser. He then went on to tell news reporters that he's confident that the criminal behind this will be caught one way or another, and that he'll be caught very soon. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. And now, speaking of comments, let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, top 10 influencer scams you should never try. It was a marathon video. Nora Chavira commented, "My jade roller costs $2. I didn't know it was marketed as anti-wrinkles. Honestly, I use it to reduce puffiness. I think mine was like $15 and I got it off of Etsy. So yeah, don't spend like hundreds of dollars on it. Just, you know, you roll, you move it down, you get the puffiness and I don't know what the build up. I don't know what it's called, man. You guys know." Finn Ledoux commented, "Regular honey does the same stuff that hyper expensive honey does." Probably, but like what were they marketing as? Honey masks? I don't know. Just don't, I wouldn't want to rub honey everywhere even though it's like, oh, it's antibacterial. I don't know. You do you. I'll do me. Whatever. And Reddit Rebecca commented, "Hey, don't knock that charcoal toothpaste. That stuff is amazing. Don't use it every day, but it shouldn't cost very much. Get it off of Amazon or Walmart." So I actually have tried it and I don't think it works. Honestly, I think it's because you see your teeth so blackened and dirty and then you wipe it away or you rinse it out and you're like, wow, they're no longer dark. So they automatically look lighter, so people are like, oh, it instantly works. That's just my theory behind it. I don't know guys, don't come for me. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm showing up for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Inform Overload. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see ya.